Hello, YouTube.
Hello, social media, YouTube.
Hello, Facebook. We're still old school. We don't have the new stuff, whatever they do
New
now.
stuff? What? What's the new stuff?
We don't know how to do the editing and that, what have you, like that. So everything you get is live and unfiltered.
Yeah, live and unfiltered. So we're gonna be getting there. We're
What
gonna
you
get
get-
there.
What does it say? What you say is what you see is what you get.
I mean, the very first thing we got to do though is just learn to record. See, right now we do everything live. We learn first to record and trust our recording abilities.
Well, I don't trust
I'm pretty
mine.
sure that we can edit and all that stuff. And,
I was born in 1985, so that was not part of the curriculum.
That's people that do that. It was born in the 70s and do that.
Welcome to Coffee Talk with Jim and Ash.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Reverend Ash. I'm just kidding. I told you all I was going to do that.
Script. That'll be edited out.
That'll be edited out. Okay, let's start over. Welcome to Coffee Talk with Jim and Ash.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Ash. And wait.
You put too much coffee in yours. You
Don't bump
spill
too
it
hard.
over.
Bumps off.
Oh, this will be
Sorry,
edited.
guys.
You see this? You see how goofy my wife is?
Bump.
She'll cause
Ooh,
most.
this is hot.
She will cause most of the edits, as you can see.
That's hot.
She
Okay,
will
I didn't
cause
get the
most
sip this time because it was too hot. But I'm gonna let it cool down because I put mine in the
Look,
microwave.
I'm gonna tell you something. Excuse me.
You excuse?
But I'm gonna tell you something about our wife does off camera that you guys don't know about. So what she does with the coffee, she'll when the coffee pours into the cup, it's already hot.
No.
Let me finish.
Okay, finish.
And so, but in additional, it's not hot enough for her. So she takes it and put it into a microwave, and now she's complaining about it's too hot. I mean, it was already hot. What do you? So that's her method, her madness.
Can I talk now?
Go ahead.
I got the mic. So I use cold coffee creamer. And so when you use cold coffee creamer, it cools your coffee down. That's why I put it in the microwave. Thank you very much.
Still weird.
It's not weird. It's only weird for people that like stuff lukewarm that's supposed to be hot.
No, I mean, I don't put creamer in myself. I drink it black for the most part.
Now I can sip it. It's so good.
I usually don't put sugar. I have to put sugar in today because someone forgot to get my honey from my.
I told you to tell me when you need honey, and I ask you every week, what do you want from the grocery store? I'm not your maid. I'm not your person that can read your mind. And today in church,
I always get honey.
That's
okay. I'm going to get it myself. That's okay.
Do that then.
I get it myself.
Do it and give me some Oreos while you at it.
And you definitely not getting the Oreos.
And you definitely not getting the shake.
I promise. Hey,
Y'all,
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not getting it.
Listen to this. He almost had a fit yesterday because he wanted a shake or a blizzard, and I wouldn't take him. I said,
I didn't
"You
want
didn't
a
get
blizzard."
more. Yes, you did. That's
said,
the first thing you wanted. You wanted to go to
First
Dairy
off,
Queen.
get the story right.
You want to go to Dairy Queen?
No, I did not want to go to Dairy Queen. I said I want ice cream, and then that you said,
me and Ivan said it's too hot for some ice cream.
And then said, okay, let's give me a shake. You're like, no, you don't.
No,
give me
you
a shake.
said Dairy Queen.
I never said Dairy Queen. I
Queen
said ice
first.
cream. No, I did not say I wanted ice cream. I said I did not want the blizzard. I said I do not want. I just want some regular ice cream. Let's go to the grocery store and get some ice cream. And you're like, no, we ain't going to it. Like,
I asked you for Oreo cookies.
No.
You didn't go give me no Oreo cookies. So
two completely different things. You know why? All right. So look, this is
no,
what
it's
my
not
wife does.
two different
This is
things.
what my wife does. Okay, and I think most wives do this. All right. So I come home from work, and then I'm tired. I want to just sit down, go to sleep, and then after that, when I'm laying down, I'm already rested. I'm inside the house already in my comfort zone, my comfort space. Jamal, I want something sweet. Did you give me some Oreos? And she does this all.
It's not all the time.
It is. Like she waits till I get home to ask me to get stuff for her. Like, and I gotta say, if I was at work or something, I'm on my way home. I could stop by the store.
You don't answer your phone.
When I'm in the mood, like, okay, cool, I can drop by and get that. But don't wait till I get home.
No, you don't answer your phone.
Then ask me to go back out. I just got home.
Just like Friday, you had Popeyes when you left.
Yeah.
Work. And you didn't even call us, and I didn't even know. I
did not have Popeyes.
You did have Popeyes Friday because you said it was nasty.
Not when I left work, though. That was my lunch break. What are you talking about?
You didn't tell us nothing. All you did was come home and say, Popeyes is so nasty. Popeyes is so disgusting.
That's y'all favorite, right? I do not see how y'all eat that nasty.
That seasoned spicy chicken sandwich. Oh, that's so good. Those fries.
It is never consistent.
Yum.
Sometimes it's good.
So why you
bad.
keep going there then?
The fries were.
My question to you is why do you keep going to a place
that? The fries were greasy. They were completely greasy.
No.
And then after that, the sandwich. You know what? The only thing I give them credit for this. The only thing good on the sandwich was the pickle. That's it. The pickle.
Why do you keep going to Popeyes?
The pickle was good because that was the closest place to me for my lunch break. I didn't feel like driving.
You shouldn't spend your money.
Oh yeah, and
I don't go places I don't like.
And the other that they had the sweet tea, the strawberry sweet tea. That was good. So I give them those are only two things.
I know you
like,
say that Popeyes is better than Chick-fil-A. They already had this whole. No. I mean, I know you say Chick-fil-A is better than Popeyes. They had this whole competition.
Yes.
But I didn't tell you last Tuesday or Wednesday, I guess it was. I had me a Chick-fil-A salad. And it was not that good, but I just ate it anyway because it was the most healthiest thing. So I didn't tell you.
Yeah, because you know deep in your soul that you lying to yourself.
That's okay. That salad was not that good.
Yeah,
it was like
it was the best.
Barely any chicken, a lot of green lettuce.
Okay.
It used to have like cheese. It used to have all the seasonings, but that was like lettuce.
What salad did you get? And I can tell you what you get.
I got the chicken. One always get the Southwest chicken salad with the avocado ranch.
Deep in your soul, you lying there. You telling the big field. Take that word. You said a big field. That's what it is.
I'm not. But anyway, I'm a Popeyes girl. He's a Chick-fil-A man. Don't we dress like it? Don't I look like a spicy Chick-fil-A? I mean, Popeyes.
Yep. No, you're wearing blue. Blue is not spicy. Blue is.
Y'all, don't we look good like Pastor, First Lady? Do we look good? Do we look like that today?
Well, I hope we do. I hope we do look good. So yeah.
But where you gonna give me a hat for next Sunday so I can?
You want to wear a hat?
I want a hat. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get you a big old hat with flowers and everything.
And that'll be good. Yeah.
And you can wear no camera.
Yep. And then then you can make a shout out when you're behind the pulpit. Shout out to my wife behind the. She's on the first row, First Lady. And I'm like, I'm gonna give the pastor wave. Wait, do the pastor's wave? I mean, do the wife's wave now or no?
Yeah, they do. They
do
the parade, parade wave. Yeah, they do.
And I'm gonna do the fake smile. Do they do the fake smile or no smile?
No, they do smile.
Oh, they do smile. Okay.
What kind of first lady you gonna try to be? Like, you're not smile. Be like this.
I said fake smile.
Oh, okay. It can't be a fake smile. It gotta be a real smile.
Okay. Well,
anyway, have joy in your heart.
Anyway, y'all, just so y'all know, we are not pastors or first ladies. He is the pastor of our home, and sometimes I do call him pastor because he thinks he's a pastor.
I never said I was a pastor. That's something you gave.
Because he always be trying to tell me what to do, like so that's what
and
he always trying.
Is that what you equate pastors to do?
Yep, try to tell people what they do. And,
really? That's okay. Wow.
And think they know everything.
That's what pastors do. Yeah. So if you're a pastor and you see my wife, she thinks you just tell people what to do.
Yep, and think you know everything.
And think you know everything. So and she look, I don't even have to say it. She's speaking for herself.
I'm saying it because you think you know everything.
I do not think I know everything.
I said you the pastor of this house only. I didn't say you was a pastor of anybody else.
But
the pastor of this house.
You just said I think I'm a pastor.
The pastor of this house thinks he knows everything and thinks he can tell me what to do. Mm-hmm. Anyway, but we need to go to scripture on and let everybody know what the role of your pastorship is.
We spoke about that too in Sunday school today about men's role, so that's pretty good. Sunday school about men's roles of authority and accountability, and we came out of two scriptures. We came out of Romans chapter 14. We're at the whole chapter, and we did Ephesians chapter 5 verses 20 to 30, all the way to the end, basically. And so those are really good things about husbands, fathers, and your role as being accountability and having a certain type of authority. And
we talked about being a light, how the wife has to be in the women's class. We talked about how the wife needs to be the light. Don't let her light be under a lampshade or a bowl, and just wherever you go, let your light shine. She said some people are like dim. They dim their lights when they're around certain people. They don't want people to know they're Christian, or they'll be like, let me turn my Christian off right quick so I go tell her something. Then they'll turn it back on. But you can't be like that.
Yeah, you know what? I will be honest with you. I think that was a very appropriate, especially I like to split. I'm glad they split. We have a marriage ministry Sunday school at the church that we attend now, but today we split. I actually like it when we split more. I think we get more from it, like personalized. Because in the marriage, yes, we are together, but sometimes you have to get something for yourself, on the male perspective and the female perspective. And I think that was very appropriate because I do notice sometimes, especially, again, I'm not trying to sound like it's every woman, but sometimes women, they'll dim their light as far as I'm not going to show that, a Christian, or I'm going to try to fit in for this moment. And then that way I can be accepted. And people they always say, I'm talking about God all the time, basically. I've seen that.
That's what they say. Some people said they'll be in a place, even in their marriage, and it's like they're not trying to be holy, but they're just trying to be a Christian, and then they get criticized, or not even criticized, but you're doing too much. Mm-hmm. And it's not that you're trying to do too much. It's just like myself, I don't do too much. I don't go to people and say, well, you need to believe in Jesus Christ. He's the Lord and Savior. I'm just myself. And if it happens to shine and it comes across that way, that's just what it is. We have to accept that.
But I honestly believe though that as we get more mature in our Christianity and our walk with God, that again, the Bible, Jesus called for us to be salt in the earth. So, I mean, if you have to be that person to be salt to make people feel uncomfortable, then so be it. He did. Jesus, he don't get me wrong. He was only comfortable to the people that followed him and believed in him. But he was uncomfortable for the people who did not like him and didn't love him, hated him. He was very uncomfortable to them. So he was very salty to them. So,
and the other thing I like, which I always know, because we've been doing marriage ministry for 14 years, right, Jamal? Mm-hmm. 14 years will exactly be on Tuesday, April 29th will be 14 years. So it's our anniversary weekend.
Yay! How about it? All right. That's the best you can do. Come on now. There you go.
That's so cheesy.
No, it's supposed to be like this. Like that. A pop.
Okay, let's pop it.
There you go. Pop it.
And they did nothing for their anniversary.
We went to church and my sons.
They could have went to Dallas, Austin, or somewhere, but they decided
because we have children. We have children.
No, mommy didn't want to go.
No, we have children.
Oh, because she's boring.
What? All right, so that's enough of that. Go away. You don't talk about your mama like that. But
I'm not boring. I'm just very mature and I've changed. They talked about 2 things in Sunday school. It was a lot, but one, they say, as you grow, because they asked how many people in the class are over 50. And like everybody, for me and one other person was under 50. And so they were saying, men change over the years. They move differently. They think differently, all kind of things. You change. And so I believe that I've changed from the time me and Jamal got married in 2011 to now 2025. I think we all change. And so I see things a lot differently now. I still believe, like they talked about in Sunday school today, that men think totally different than women. They said men are like critical thinkers. They overanalyze things, whereas women are like, let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
I think it's reversed.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
You overanalyze things.
I do not overanalyze. So I like to plan, and I've simmered down some, and he does not like to plan. Yes, they talk about that's kind of like a women and men. No. Like, just say, I don't know. We say, Jamal, let's go to Timbuktu for the summer. And you won't even think about it. I'll be like, Jamal, make sure you take off work on Monday. Make sure you take off work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You come home. Did you take off work?
That sounds like
analyzing. I forgot. Okay. Jamal, like that's not analyzing. That's planning. Jamal, did you take off work?
Overly analyzing. Okay.
I forgot. I'm going to take off next week. I'm going to say, Jamal, the week, our anniversary is on Tuesday.
Somebody tell me, does that sound like analyzing?
No, it doesn't. Yes. I say, Jamal, our anniversary is on Tuesday. Did you take off work?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perhaps because men hear things one time and they don't think it's important, but then maybe they think it's important. Because like, I know just recently I told Jamal something 5 times. I know I did. But they said we have to give our husbands grace. Like if they ask you again, just tell it. Just repeat it. Even if you have to repeat yourself 1,701 times. That one time.
It sounds like women wars to me.
No,
y'all
asked the same question that we've already answered.
Yes, because y'all analyze.
But we have to give grace.
We don't overanalyze. We
like
just
the pastor said,
like we ready to go. Like look, like right now, if I wanted to, babe, let's go to the movies.
No, you can't do that. You can't do that.
I can do that. But I can't do that. But you can't.
That's what I'm saying. No,
exactly.
You don't even think about who's gonna keep the kids. You don't think
nobody
about
to keep our kids.
What we gonna eat. You gotta tell me what time we're going because I have things I have to do.
Overanalyzing.
That's not overanalyzing.
That's
called planning because
the details iron out the details. Just like Jesus said in the Bible. Jesus said, "Let the dead bury the dead." And let the details.
Let me say this. Jesus, when we go out of town, right? We have a dog that, I have nothing to do with, guys. Okay,
exactly.
Just say that.
Didn't have to analyze.
But if we're going out of town,
got taken care of, didn't he?
If we're going out of town, I was automatically call the dog place and say, "Hey, can I make reservations for my dog?"
What did you say? They right? That's what you said, right?
No, not overanalyze. Like you all deep thoughts. You think too deeply.
You think too deeply. Okay.
Yes, and we
overanalyze. You said that too, right?
Yes.
And then what did you say women do?
Women, we just go like when we need to get something done, we just gonna get it done.
No. See, you change it. See, this is one thing that I have to watch. My wife about.
I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about you.
She'll and her sister too.
My coffee.
And sister does this too. I think all wives do this.
Speaking of that, our topic is Resurrection Sunday. Happy Resurrection. So that brings us to our next topic.
They will make a point and think they're making a point, but it's like they just prove their point wrong and they don't even realize they proved their point wrong. Like you just saw a live
You
action.
didn't prove
right
your
there.
point wrong.
Yes, you did. You proved it for me. I didn't right. You proved it by saying what your definitions.
You didn't prove your point. You didn't prove your point wrong.
Yes, I did. I said that men are the ones that are like ready to go at the moment.
No, y'all don't think. Y'all don't think. Y'all don't think.
You overanalyze.
You can't just bust out and say, "Let's go to the." Now, what if I bust out and say, "Jamal, let's go to the movies right now"? What you gonna say?
Let's do it.
No, you're not.
I'm like, let's do it. I'm like, wow, I can't believe you said that. Kids, let me get my shit, man. Y'all want a PC? Y'all want some wings? Whatever. Me and mommy gotta go to the movies. They are fine. But men men are more spur of the moment. Women overanalyze stuff. I can say, like, just like my son just came down and he was very honest. They didn't want to do nothing for the anniversary. They could have went to that. Well, I wanted to go somewhere.
No, you didn't. Thing.
Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
Yes,
no,
I
you didn't.
Yes, I
don't,
did.
Don't sit and tell
yes,
Facebook world and
yes,
YouTube
I
world.
Did.
We just came from Mississippi for Easter.
I know. Again, you proved my point. Yeah, like,
what's your point?
Y'all see it live. Y'all proved my point. I said, hey, for anniversary, let's go to this event.
What event?
What event I wanted to go to? The Real Estate Depot. That'd be a great anniversary.
No, let me tell y'all why. No.
But it doesn't matter why. The fact is, it's overanalyzation. You said that men are
because first of all, my kids have SAR test on Tuesday. Mm-hmm. I am not about to ask my parents, my dad and Miss D, to watch the kids. They live all the way in Richmond or wherever they live, to drop them off to school, come pick them up, take them to track practice. I'm not about to do that. I'm not going to ask my sister.
And that's fine.
So that's what I'm saying. You don't. Men don't think. Men don't think. That's why they said men think differently than women.
You're proving my point more than you're proving your point.
I'm proving my point. I'm not giving an excuse. I'm being reasonable and logical.
So who sounds more analytical?
Who sounds more analytical, guys? Okay, tell them what you asked me. What you say?
Women. There you go. Bam. So I'm saying what you said earlier is not compute to what you just said now.
No, what I'm saying is you don't just come to somebody and say, hey, let's just drop what we're doing, go out of town, and bam. Did you really think? No, you didn't. You didn't think.
No, it doesn't matter.
You didn't think.
What you're saying.
Well, maybe you're not a man. Maybe you're a woman. Maybe you're a woman.
What you're saying is
like
reverse.
A man.
That's all. Don't be mad because I just proved you wrong. That's okay.
You didn't prove me wrong.
Yes, I did. I did.
Anyway, guys.
Y'all saw it.
The topic is happy anniversary. I mean, not happy anniversary.
See, she's so bad and flustered that she can't even think what she wants to say.
Resurrection. Happy resurrection.
Okay.
The reason why we are talking about happy resurrection is because last Sunday we missed Coffee Talk with Jim and Ash because Jim and Ash were on the road from Mississippi.
Yeah, we went to Mississippi, had a good time with family. So basically, this is like a rehash of basically what we did. We thought about doing it while we were driving, like stopping somewhere, but it was just too much, for us, like stopping on the road. And we could have done it, but we just didn't do it. And one thing that was cool about it, what was the best thing was? What the best part about it was?
Yeah, tell us what the best part was.
What do you think I'm about to say? You got to guess. Read my mind. Come on, read. Come on.
That's what I said.
Read. Come on, read it.
The kids didn't come.
Oh, she got it. Yes. Oh my God. She a prophetess, folks. She a prophetess. Because that's what I was thinking right there. I mean, I was like, oh my gosh. I was really thinking like the kids didn't come.
Spit on me one more time.
I'm sorry. I'm getting super excited.
One more time.
That you actually read my mind. You said that last night or the night before last. You said you were gonna punch me, but you didn't punch me. I was waiting for it. But
I don't want to go to jail.
I'm not gonna go to jail. Once you break your fist on this brick wall you hit, but okay.
What brick wall? What brick wall? Boy, please let me stop. What brick wall you got?
You go to the hospital if they break your fist.
Okay, that's what men do. Also, they make themselves feel good. They puff themselves up. Okay, and we were told that we need to encourage our husbands too. I'm so sorry, honey. You do have a brick wall. You do have a brick wall. Mm-hmm. Yes, we were told that we have to encourage our husbands and we have to give them like words of affirmation.
Oh, but guys, y'all learned
They didn't say that word. They didn't say affirmation, but they did say encourage, and they said too.
Okay.
They said positive. Tell them positive things.
Oh my gosh!
So you have a brick wall. You can see my face, guys. I'm not telling you the truth. I'm not. You have a brick wall.
So encouragement is lying. Then that's what you say.
If we gotta do that, we gotta do. Whatever we do to be encouraged.
So that's what it is. That's how it is.
Whatever we have to do to encourage. No, I'm saying.
So you have to
if
lie.
it makes you feel good. If it makes you feel good, then go for it.
So may I critique what you said? How you could say it possibly?
Okay, go ahead. What you can say.
Okay, so all right. So if I say, I think I have a brick wall. Okay, so I don't know what's so funny, but
Sorry.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, baby. All right. So yeah, you want to have a brick wall? Okay, that's fine. How about we just continue to do some sit-ups and push-ups and you get there, baby. You can do it. But if you want to believe that you have a brick wall right now, that's fine. But I believe you can get a brick wall too in the future. You just do some stuff, and then we'll get there eventually. But I'm gonna encourage you to have a brick wall.
Did you really? Okay.
If he said something like that, okay, maybe I will have a brick wall with, big hard chest and abs and just
Why? You need to stop.
I mean, that's how you would do it. That's why you follow under your Sunday school. You're following your Sunday school, like and saying like, hey, encourage your husband. You're not lying to me. You're just saying, hey, maybe you will get there. So there you go.
But what if your husband is one that you try to encourage, like example, you try to keep them from getting a shake, and they about to have a fit.
Oh no! So
they're gonna have a fit.
That was a fit if
you don't get them a shake.
Let's tell you the details of that story. Okay, I already told you the details of the Oreo. I was already home. That's the only reason why I didn't get it. That's really the only reason why.
Let me tell you why I didn't get Oreos myself, because I just ordered groceries.
Okay.
I thought about our health. I was like, we don't need Oreos. Like, that's not good for our health. I thought about the whole family. The kids are running track. But I needed something sweet that night. Okay. And I asked you nicely. I said, Jamal, do you want something sweet? And you said,
I said no.
No, you said no. Wait. I'm giving the whole story. You said no. I said, okay, then. I left it alone. You came back and asked me, did you want some Oreo cookies? I said, yeah. Can you go get them for me? Mm-hmm. And that's when you said no. You asked me because you thought we had some. And you was going to get some. At the moment, you said no because you thought you just thought we had some. But then you wanted some.
No.
Okay, that's how it happened.
Okay, but anyway, so she wanted me to go get some. I'm already in my boxers in the house. So anyway,
put some shorts on. And got me some Oreo
cookies. Anyway, so same thing, similar but different, completely different stories. Okay, we were coming. Where were we coming from? We were right.
We just came from a track meet.
We were coming from the kids' track meet. All right, kids did real good on the track meet, especially my son. He did a personal record. He was faster this week. You might have heard of him if you were here earlier. But so I said, okay, cool. It's kind of hot. First I said, I want some ice cream. And my son and my wife like, no, you don't need ice cream. You don't need ice cream. And first they wanted me to say, get an icy. That's what they wanted.
No, get an icy. A snow cone.
A snow cone. It's an icy, whatever. Snow cone made ice, whatever. That's what they wanted. But then after that, what happened was, I want ice cream. He's like, no, you don't need no ice cream. I said, cool. So if I can't get ice cream, just give me a shake. Okay, milkshake.
You almost had a fit.
And so then after that, the thing is, the reason why I had a fit because literally Sonic's was right down the road.
Sonic was not down the road.
Yes, it was. You made a right turn at the stoplight. Right after that stoplight, it was right there. And you could have got me a shake.
Y'all, he almost had a fit.
And so I was, he
didn't want to do my garden because I told him.
I was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me Sonic is right across, just past the stoplight?
You wouldn't give me
Sonic was right. It's a completely different though, because Sonic was like right there. It wasn't even out of the way. It was like Sonic drive through, make the right, we home. I ain't gonna get you no shake. I ain't gonna get you nothing. No, I'm like, why? It's like right there. And so I was like, you know what? You want me to work on your garden today? I ain't working on your garden today.
But guess what, guys? He did go work on my garden.
Whatever.
So I didn't even say anything. He just knew he was going to feel my wrath.
Whatever. Feel your wrath.
He was going to feel the wrath.
Whatever. I knew because then if I let you do it, it'd be messed up. So that's why I
was going to get out there and do it anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
I planted my cucumbers finally because he finally redid my garden. So just FYI, if you ever want to start a garden, never put paper at the bottom, like plastic trash bags at the bottom of your yard.
Well, say specifically.
I'm going to tell them what I did.
Above ground garden.
Above ground garden, any kind of garden. I put plastic paper down because I thought it was going to keep the weeds from growing up, which it does. But then it's like it works too good because it keeps all the water in there.
Moisture in there.
And it drowns your plants. So my babies is all drowned. Like all my seeds, everything died. So I have to start all the way over. It was kind of sad. It's okay. We'll still get some produce. Like we did get an okra. And so I haven't cut it on, what day was that? Friday. I was going to cook it, but I was like, I'm not about to waste a dish for 4 pieces of okra. So we just cut it and I put it in the freezer. And I told Jamal as more okra grows, we'll just cut it and put it in the freezer. Then we get a lot. I'll fry it or something.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And think about it, okra. I'm glad you guys got it because you let okra grow too long. It gets like really hard. You have to Yes, yeah, I think you got it the right time. You had to get it like when it's kind of like small.
He said 2 to 3 inches tall.
Yeah, because like I remember last time
we used to have that thing about this long.
That thing was so long, and then we were like,
and it was about. We was happy about it.
We was like, happy. Ooh. Yeah, we got this long okra, and then chop it up and cut.
Like, what is this?
You can't even chew it.
You can't chew. It's a big old rope, like eat a rope.
So you can't let. So you grow okra, you can't let it grow too long because then it's like it's not edible basically. But okra is good though. It's just, I love okra. Well, we love okra. That's
especially from Church's Chicken.
Yeah,
they fry that okra.
From Church's. Okay,
yes,
okay. For some reason, I thought Popeyes was like, what? Popeyes don't even have no okra.
Oh, here you go, Popeyes.
But anyway, let's get back to our topic though. Remember, my mind says Happy Resurrection Day, and yours says Resurrection Day. So what else did we do?
So we drove from Mississippi.
We drove to Mississippi.
We drove to Mississippi on the day before Good Friday. We had a fish fry. We played cornhole. So
I'm not what cornhole is.
Cornhole is this game. We like it. It's like you have these wooden boards, one on one end and one on the other end, about 27 feet apart. You take these bean bags and you try to throw it in a hole like about that big. And we played that in the country. We ate.
Tell us more detail. How did you get the cornholes?
I just got the cornholes off the street. Somebody was about to throw them away, and I took them off the street and I painted them.
I had to give my wife credit too, because not only did she get something like cornholes, they cost a lot of money. It costs like $110 to $150.
Depends on if you get them homemade now, they can be more than that.
Yeah, so they're not like a cheap commodity to have. They are kind of expensive. But not only did she get it for free, well, at least the wood.
I got the board for free.
The boards were free, and only you pay for what the
in the paint, the paint and the bean bags.
And the bean bags. How much are the bean bags?
A lot, like $20.
So that wasn't a lot.
That is a lot for some bean bags.
Anyway, bean bags $20. Spray paint,
probably $20.
So $40 total, But the boards were free, which that's the most expensive part anyway. And then she, I will show you when she spray painted it. And I think it's pretty nice. She spray painted it. It looks really nice design. Has our logo on the family logo, which is H Holloway. And so she did a really good job. And I want to tell you on live, I want to say my baby is an artiste.
I am. I'm a first lady and an artist. What else am I?
Oh goodness!
I told my auntie I'm a serial entrepreneur. Jamal calls me
AKA hustler.
I don't like that word. I'm not a hustler. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Stop calling me a hustler.
AKA hustler.
I'm not a hustler.
Oh my goodness. She doesn't like.
I'm a serial entrepreneur.
Okay, hustler.
I'm not a hustler.
Hustler.
What's a hustler?
Hustler.
That's ghetto.
Somebody get out there and get that money.
I don't get out there and get that money because I don't have no money.
You get that money.
I'm a broke serial entrepreneur.
You get some money. You got some money.
I do.
Paying you.
Oh, they pay me.
Yeah, they pay you for taxes.
Okay.
Yeah, they really make that tax money. Hustler.
I'm not a hustler.
And you about to be a life and health insurance hustler.
That's not a hustler. That's a serial entrepreneur. I do everything: life, health, taxes. What else you want to do? I'm an author,
real estate author. Notary,
athlete.
No, that's something you're not. No,
Jamal.
No, stop it.
Anybody that listens to this,
stop it.
Tell Jamal that I can play basketball and run track.
Stop it. No. Speaking about athlete, cornhole, right? Her and her sister. Oh my God, they might as well play blindfolded. Let's play blindfolded. Don't even look at it.
Touch together.
Play blindfolded because I'm talking like the board is right. Say the board is right here. They throw the cornhole off camera. The cornhole, corn bag, bean bag, whatever. This is what the board is. Where my hand is. When they throw it, it's off camera. That's how far apart.
It's
like,
ouch!
I'm sorry.
Dog.
My bad. Blooper. That would be edited if this was recorded. This is the board, and this is the bean bag is off camera. That's how close they get. I'm like, how can y'all say y'all athletes don't even hit the board?
All the exaggeration.
No, it's not.
But back to Easter. Let's see. Good Friday, fish fry, family, fun.
Play some spades. We gotta get some spades in Mississippi.
Yeah, we play some spades.
We had to show the Mississippians how to play spades. Me and my wife, because we just stood there. We just straight up stomped them. Like it wasn't even. It's so bad that I feel bad that we beat them so bad. That's just.
Spades.
Auntie and uncle just whooped them up, and then after that, brother-in-law came in, sister-in-law. They tried to play us in spades, and they got stumped not once but 2 times. And then the second time was just so bad. It's just like they traumatized. I don't think they want to play us no more.
Anyway, we
yes,
gonna move
Carmen
on.
and
The next
Antonio,
day,
y'all got stumped.
we did hamburgers,
I'm talking
chicken,
mess. Y'all
pasta
see this?
salad,
Y'all got
potato
stumped.
salad. I don't know what else we did. We did something the next day. It was something with food and hanging out in the country. It was beautiful weather.
We fed the cows.
Oh, I didn't feed the cows.
Well, you didn't, but
I watched
the kids and I and Antonio and
the kids. The kids wasn't there.
I'm sorry, I said no. The baby, our nephew, he fed the cows.
On my one nephew, they had a puppy there. My nephew was scared of the puppy. It was so funny.
Oh yeah, the little puppy played with the puppy, but the cows were fun. They played, we did that.
Jamal went out there in the field with the bull, y'all. He walked all the way back there in that deep country field, and there's a big old bull.
It's just a bull. Ain't gonna do nothing to you.
Bulls do.
I grew up around cows. I already knew he wasn't gonna do nothing.
How you know he wasn't gonna do nothing? They said bulls are dangerous.
I already knew he wasn't gonna do nothing. He a country bull that's owned by black folks. Those type of bulls don't do nothing. Now, if he was a rodeo bull, then that'd be a concern. But a country bull, they ain't gonna do nothing. And
then what else we do? So we came on back home. And what else we do on Easter Sunday? That's it?
No, I cut the grass.
Oh, you cut the grass?
On Easter Sunday, but yeah.
So we didn't go to church on Easter Sunday, but we did listen to
a
sermon. Whose church service did we listen to?
Pastor Paul Cannon's.
Oh, yeah, we listened to Pastor Paul Cannon.
That's the church we used to go to. When
we first got married, 14 years ago.
Uh-huh. That's a great church if you live in the area. It's North Cypress area. It was like above Houston, North Houston area. Pastor Paul Cannon's, Pierre Cannon's, he's the second pastor. They're a great church to go to. Living Word.
Was it 290 and TC Gesture?
Yeah, 290 and
TC Gesture, I think.
Well, no, it's not. I don't think it's exactly on 290, but it's on TC Gesture for sure. That's the road, but it's on TC Gesture by way of 290. It's a couple of turns you got to make to get there, but it's a great church. Since we've been there, since we left there, they've grown tremendously. I think they have a great ministry there. So yeah, awesome family, awesome ministry. The people there are great. It's a great church to go to if you're ever in the area. Definitely.
That's Living Word Christian. Well, we need to be what you call it, because we done been to some churches, haven't we?
You've been to a lot of churches, yeah.
We have been to a lot of churches.
We've been to some good churches, and we've been to some churches that we just didn't.
But one thing I'll say, we have served. I think we've served at every church.
Yeah, I think we served for the most part. We did something. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna serve at our new church whenever we join. We're gonna serve because I don't believe in going to a church and sitting on the bench. Mm-hmm. Like I want to use a gift, and Jamal and I's gift is marriage ministry. We've been doing it for like 14 years, and so we're gonna do marriage ministry wherever we join. Mm-hmm. It's fun.
Yeah, marriage ministry is fun, and I wouldn't mind doing it. Not making it a permanent ministry, but just helping some other ministries, like say if they go out and feed the homeless or something like that. I wouldn't mind. We did that with one of our church friends. We fed the home. I love doing that. I know it's just something about just helping people, giving them food and water and all that, and giving them praying for them. That's something I really enjoyed doing, and I felt the Spirit of God move when we went out to help homeless people. Oh, I'm not even say homeless. I say people that's less fortunate, And so that filled my soul when we were doing that. So I would love to do that again. Or and hopefully, I don't know if New Faith has it, but if they do, mission work, I like to do that at least once in my life.
You still don't go out the country? Yeah,
go out the country and do mission work.
Oh, okay.
I would love to do mission work as well, just to experience that. And I'll let my kids to experience mission work too while they're young.
It has to be. They can do mission work in the United States. You don't have to go.
Is your phobia coming back?
Huh?
Is your phobia coming back?
Phobia about what?
Phobia about leaving the country.
No. Well, I'm saying the kids can do missionary work. They don't need to go out the country to do missionary work.
So I think it's a phobia coming back, guys.
I'm not.
My wife used to have a phobia about leaving the United States. It's okay, babe. That kids will be protected.
That's not why. I mean, because I want to go to Alaska. That's still the United States, ain't it? Well, I want to go to Europe.
You want to go and do mission work in Europe?
No, I just want to go. I want to go to South Africa.
Okay.
I want to see the world. It's so much out there to be seen. Like,
you want to go to Italy?
Mm-hmm.
Or Rome?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to go see it.
Okay.
It's pretty stuff. I like
speaking about that, yeah, let's talk about that too. The world event that happened, the the Pope just recently passed away. He went on to be with the Lord. That's Pope Francis, I believe this. Yeah, Pope Francis. He passed away. I'm pretty sure many of you have heard about that. He, for my listening to him over the years, he was known as a more liberal Pope. He wasn't as conservative. He was more accepting of like alternative lifestyle things. And
what's alternative lifestyle?
Alternative lifestyle is like LGBTQ. I think he was the first Pope that said that priests can bless them. He was the first Pope to say that.
He wasn't blessing their alternative lifestyle. He was blessing them as individuals.
Yeah, he blessing them. It doesn't matter, but he's the first Pope to say it. In general, it doesn't matter.
He wasn't blessing the lifestyle. He was blessing the individual. Every individual is what's the word I'm looking for? You can't just take a person and not bless them because of their lifestyle.
Well, he did say this though, and so you may not know he said this, but he said if heaven is a place where there's no LGBTQ, then he wants nothing to do with it. He said that too. So I mean, you could say one thing, but coming out of his,
I didn't hear him say that.
Yeah, he said if heaven has, if there's no place for LGBT, well, alternative lifestyle folks.
So what he's saying is,
let me say
what he's saying. He's not saying if heaven is a part, it does not have a certain lifestyle in there. Because what if you have an alcoholic? If heaven is a place where no alcoholics are, I don't want to be a part of it. That's not what he's saying, because each individual has their own, like an alcoholic is a person.
What he's saying.
LGBTQ person is a person.
I can't interpret what he's saying. I can only hear what he's saying, what he said. So the thing about it is, whether you're a drunkard or any sin, you do a 180. So are you saying you're still gonna be drunk in heaven? Turn away from it. Turn from sin eventually. You come into the faith, whatever sin you have doesn't matter. You come into the faith with that sin, but eventually, after hearing the word of God and doing through this, after being saved and through the sanctification process, you do a 180 from that sin. I don't care what sin it is. That's just the word of God. Eventually, you want to say, you know what?
That's why I said you always think you could tell me what to do, and that's why I said you must think you're a pastor.
How did I tell you what to do?
You did. You just told me. You just told me.
What did I tell you to do? Tell me specifically. What did I say for you to do?
It's not what you told me to do. It's like you want to tell me, like, what's right and what's wrong.
What did I tell you was right and what's wrong? I just told you
about the Pope.
I told you what the Bible said. Well, I'm telling you what he said. Fact.
Exactly.
I'm saying what he said, fact, and then what the Bible said, fact, and what you said was Ashley.
Anyway, we've been on this thing for 37 minutes. Is it time to go?
Cool. We're having a cool conversation. I like it. It's
okay.
And you have some viewers too. I don't know who they are, but I had some viewers too. They went. They just say viewers. We give thanks for that. Thank you for just watching us. Even if we get 1 or 2 viewers, I think at one point you had 3 viewers. I had 2 viewers, and they went away. But hey, we do appreciate that. Just if you don't say anything, now of course. We would love for you guys to, comment if you have any questions or if you have any topics you want to talk about. Please, inbox us, or you can just comment right now and just say, hey, what do you guys think about this? We'd love to address it, talk about it. And especially, if you need prayer about anything, you can inbox me or us, and I'd be happy to pray for you. Any particular situation you'd like to be prayed for over. That's something I want to just bring it to my life. I want to pray for people more and do what I can to assist and help them for my capabilities as the Lord will have me. And so that, and then just you say we're going to a good job or bad job. Hey, with all critiques. So but we appreciate everybody that does watch us too, though.
Maybe we could start doing, since this is Coffee Talk with Jim and Ash, and maybe we could start doing some stuff like marriage ministry.
That's what we've been doing, though, haven't we?
No, we have not. Marriage topics. We talk about everything.
Well, we do marriage topics. But
what we do?
I think 85 to 90% of our stuff is marriage, but we talk about we talk about marriage most of the time.
Happy Resurrection, I just thought was like, okay, Happy Resurrection. Like Jesus got up, he died on the cross.
Because that's what happened, though. Last weekend was Resurrection. Sunday, so that's the topic to talk about. We talked about, and then we talked about as a family too. I think it's funny, specifically Whereas like sometimes some people say, was it 3 days or 2 days? He died on a Friday and rose on a Sunday. And so we talked about that. I thought as a family discussion between
Jesus died Friday, Saturday, and rose on Sunday. That's 3 days.
Okay.
He was not born April 1st. We don't know when he was born, but
who said that?
You did.
I mean, I didn't say it today.
2 weeks ago, you said Jesus was born on April 1st.
I said my personal belief. I believe he was possibly born April 1st. Just based off what I studied, but or between the months of March and April.
So how you gonna be born around the same time he was crucified?
Because it began. God does things in order. So if you're born, that's a perfect order. If you're born the same time you were crucified, that's perfection. If and also too, the Bible, if you look at it, God speaks to us in numbers. Like like every number in the Bible means something. 1, 2, all the way 1 through 9. Those numbers actually have biblical meaning. And so yes, if Jesus was
What's
born,
3?
I don't know. If you want to have a Bible study, I'd be happy to go. But the numbers 1 through 9 all have a biblical meaning. Yeah, because the thing is in Hebrew, numbers are not just numbers; they also have meaning as well. And so each number has the actual meaning to it. And then when the Bible talks about a particular number or whatever, it actually has a spiritual meaning to it. And so, yeah, I could see God being perfect in the way, like he's Son of God. He was born this day. He also died. He ended his life on the same time. That would be like perfect. Like wow. So
okay. What else we discuss? I'm thirsty.
You thirsty? Mm-hmm. You just drink some. Coffee makes you
dry.
Coffee
makes you dry. It's
Does it keep you awake though?
It don't keep me awake. It makes me sleepy.
Okay. Oh, it's one thing. The last thing we talk about some world things. What is your opinion about Shedeur Sanders?
My opinion is that I think that the media and everybody else is a setup because I believe it was done on purpose for him to be drafted in the 5th round. Because what they're going to say is Shedeur Sanders, the number 1 quarterback who was drafted in the 5th round, so they're going to make a big old story out of it. They already knew. So I just think that it's a show. They already know. He probably should have been drafted in the 1st or 2nd round, but they made him go to the 5th round just for a story. That's my opinion.
You think so? Just for a story, or do you think it's more malicious?
I think it's for a story. I think it's for a story because I think, I don't know if he's super talented like that, but I think he definitely
has talent.
So any guidance, wisdom, we're here for you. Just call us up, DM us, and Mary